Hey everyone, this is Emily with Goji, and I'm here to talk about the CyberCycle Active Aging Week Challenge that is coming up this fall. This challenge is going to begin on Monday, October 6th at midnight Eastern Time and run through Sunday, October 12th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. The goal of this challenge is simple. Ride as many miles as you can. Make sure you log in with your rider ID when you ride because guest miles will not count in this challenge. Also, pedal mode or train mode, which is really the same thing, does not count toward the challenge. All right, y'all, let's talk prizes and recognition. Again, Active Aging Week is coming up this fall starting on October 6th, and it is a week. So here are the prizes that we have for this year. We're going to be giving a trophy to the team with the most miles, most cumulative miles. We're also going to be giving a trophy to the team with the most miles per bike. That way, communities with just one bike can fairly compete against those with multiple bikes. So we'll have two winning teams for this challenge. One team to the team with the most miles and the other trophy for the team with the most miles per bike. Now let's talk individual prizes. So as a rider, if you pedal 10 miles or more, you are going to get a badge. Also, we are going to recognize the top rider overall. We're going to recognize the person with the most miles ridden during this year's Active Aging Week. And just for fun, for that rider who had the most miles, we're going to create a challenge and we will encourage others to compete and try to accomplish the goal of that challenge. So we did this a few times past. Last year, we did this for a resident named Fred. During Active Aging Week 2024, Fred rode 292 miles in those 7 days. So we made a challenge in honor of Fred's amazing feat. And guess what? One other rider was able to accomplish this challenge, and we'll see who is going to be getting the most miles this year's Active Aging Week. Maybe it'll be Fred, maybe it will be someone else. So, y'all, we have those individual prizes, a badge if you ride 10 miles or more. And then, of course, if you are our rider that has the top most miles, you will be featured in your own personal challenge where folks can participate and try to accomplish the amount of miles that you were able to complete. So before we look ahead, I would love to look back and give a shout out to our last year's champions. The team with the most miles was Covenant Living at Samarkand, who logged an incredible 899 miles during the week. The top rider overall was Fred, who rode 292 miles during last year's Active Aging Week. And right behind him was Janie from Covenant Living of Florida, who logged 201 miles. Huge congratulations, y'all, for the teams and the riders who set the bar so high from last year. So again, y'all, this challenge is going to begin on October 6th, and it's going to run through October 12th, 2025. You can find all that you need to know and all that you can use on our website, bluegoji.com/active aging. On that website, you are going to be able to find the current leaderboard. So we're going to go ahead and check out that current leaderboard. You should be able to see your team name. We've went ahead and added some of our communities to the challenge. So what you can do in the meantime, before Active Aging Week begins, is you can check out the leaderboard to see if your community's name is listed on the leaderboard. If your name is not on the leaderboard for Active Aging Week 2025, feel free to email us at events@bluegoji.com and we will get your team added to the leaderboard for this year's Active Aging Week. The leaderboard is where you're going to be able to check once the challenge starts for which teams have the most miles, which riders have the most miles. You also will be able to see this challenge on your bike if you have a bike that is a touchscreen. So remember, if you do not see your community on this list right now, that is okay. We would be happy to add you if you email us at events@bluegoji.com. As long as your team name is on this leaderboard right now, there is nothing else that you need to do until October 6th rolls around. You do not need to register for this challenge. What we encourage you to do is make sure that your riders use their rider ID when they log in so that every mile that they ride during the week, it counts. So on that leaderboard, you're going to see the top teams, the top riders, and you are also able to filter out if you would like to filter out and kind of see once the challenge starts, the different age ranges and the different communities, the miles that they have accomplished. In our promotional kit, you will see that we have a flyer that you are free to post around your community to gauge interest. And we also encourage you to create a sign-up sheet with half-hour or hour increments. That way you can try to get as many participants signed up to ride those miles. Because remember, this is a team challenge. While we have individual prizes, this is a team challenge. And getting those riders signed up on the hour so that you can get as many miles logged during Active Aging Week. So we would love to give you some tips for success. These are some tips for success that have worked in the past to encourage participation in Active Aging Week. So the first is encourage new riders to join. I know many of you have riders at your community that already have accounts, but if not, try to get new riders registered with that rider ID prior or before the start of the challenge so that you have more people that are able to ride and contribute to your team goal. Tip number 2 is to involve staff. If you can, get your staff involved. Get your staff competing. They can have rider IDs too, and encourage them to join. Residents really love riding with staff members, and that way you can help your team rack up even more miles. Promote. In the meantime, while you're checking out to see if your team name is on the leaderboard, you can also print out that flyer and maybe even create your own flyer or your own post for social media to spread the word about this year's Active Aging Week so you can get more people involved, so you can get more miles and really ultimately build community while getting a great workout. Those sign-up sheets can be a really great way to ensure that you're getting those bikes used and getting those miles logged during Active Aging Week. If you can, we encourage you to offer your own rewards. So in addition to the official trophies that we will send out to the team with the most miles and to the team with the most miles per bikes, and those badges that the individuals will earn by getting 10 miles ridden, consider creating your own incentives. Maybe there's a way that you can recognize your top male and female riders, or maybe you can even recognize those who've ridden 10 miles by doing a drawing for a prize. This way you're helping to motivate your riders, and we know that's always great towards building that participation. Log in. Remember, our tip number 6 is really important. It is critical. Guest miles do not count in Active Aging Week Challenge. So really encourage your riders to log in using their rider ID for their miles to count towards this year's Active Aging. And we don't want to leave without saying, enjoy, have fun. This is the most important tip of all of them. This challenge is really meant to bring people together, to keep everyone moving, and to help everyone experience joy and have a great time with our Blue Goji bikes. So please reach out to me if you have any questions or if you need any additional information before Active Aging Week 2025 starts on October 6th. My email is events@bluegoji.com. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know that you're excited, or reach out to us if you have any questions or concerns. Good luck to everyone, and we hope that you have so much fun during this year's Active Aging Week.